I'm on Rune here, and I was asked to record a video about Thermos runes. Well, in order to know about Thermos runes, you gotta know about Thermos himself. Thermos is water ifrit. You can buy it from the guild shop. Really easy to get. Get in a guild, get some points, earn it up. As soon as you summon it, hope for water because this guy is amazing. Alright, so let's talk about him. This guy is a damage dealer. Needs high attack, crit damage, crit rate. Doesn't need as much and needs a lot of accuracy. It needs accuracy and a lot of speed as well. And I'll tell you why you need speed. Speed, he's a hitter. But his first move is Mega Smash. His first skill, Mega Smash. Its attack damage is based off his attack speed, so you want him really fast. His second skill is the only one based off of his attack, and that one has a defense break, as well as it hits the opponent 3 times. His third skill, Elemental King. He has the power over elements. Doesn't matter what element you are, he will wreck you and has advantage over you while attacking. Not when he is attacked. When he's attacked, he still takes the elemental effect, so his element weakness is still wind. Do take note of that, because they will come in handy when facing him. Also, he's immune from being killed in one turn. Unless you have a Kaito or a CC monster that can basically take him out in one turn and cool down his passive ability, it's going to be hard to kill him in one turn. So that's how you kill in one turn, using a CC, get rid of his cooldown, and then his passive's gone for 10 turns. So just kill him in that time frame. So next, now that we know about the skills, let's go to his runes. Now there's many different options for his runes, considering based on what level of player you are and when you get him. In-game, the best to focus on for in-game monsters is Violent Blade or Violent Focus. Violent Blade. Oh, and one more. Violent Revenge. Violent Revenge is great for him. Now, the reason why these 3 sets are just amazing in-game, it depends on what you want him for. Again, Violent Focus is used mainly to focus on continuous damage and to get his defense break on monsters, which, if you have a good support monster like Bella or any other Ratish or Bernard, Spectra, anybody like that, you won't really need him to have focus. But focus is just helpful if you don't have those monsters and need to start getting that. Blade's really useful if you don't have the crit rate on your runes, which I don't, so that's why I'm using Blade. So Blade's great if you have a crit rate. If you need that crit rate, get him up high on crit rate, high crit damage. He'll be doing some damage in no time. So don't you worry about that. Now let's talk about why I use violence and revenge. Revenge is also one I got to talk about. Revenge is used. You have crit rate substats. Crit rate substats with high crit damage with revenge makes a perfect monster for Thermos. The reason why revenge is better than focus and blade is because when he is hit, he has that endure. He survives, and then he hits right back, and then he can go again. So he can literally just wipe the floor with any one-shotter like Lucian or anybody like that without having to take his turn, and he can take out another monster. So revenge is great for him. But that's only if you have crit rate substats. Now, other runes you can rune him for. Violent is the one I use, but there's other ones such as Swift and Rage. Now, Swift and Rage and Violent are the 3 ones I would even consider runing him. Swift, if you want him to go fast and base his attack speed, get his attack speed up, have him start hitting first and dealing all that damage, Swift will be great. As long as you come with a blade or a focus and you have massive amounts of damage, then you should be fine with Swift. And that's if you prefer Swift over Violent. A lot of people prefer Violent over Swift, but your choice. Another one, Rage. Rage is if you don't have that crit damage or you want a higher damage percentage. Now, not as good as Violent or Swift because you're not going to be going as much, but again, that's your choice. So, those are the runes I would use. For slot 2 is going to be always speed. As you can see, I have a 5-star speed in there right now. And of course, yes, I did max out my speed 5-star just because it's really hard to get a speed rune, especially in the violent class. As you can see, this rune's not as good as I would like it to be. The substats are not correctly for him. The only subset that's really good for him is the attack percentage and crit damage. The rest he doesn't really need. So, but it's a speed rune. Gotta deal with it as much as I can. Slot 4, crit damage. Of course, you want him to have a high crit rate. You want him to have that massive amount of damage, enough to kill monsters in one blow. Crit damage is great, but if you don't have that crit rate substats, then you're going to fail. So I recommend doing crit rate at first for new players and crit damage later on when you can get a crit damage rune for them. Slot 6 is attack percentage. You want him to have that high attack percentage so he can deal more damage. He doesn't really need HP, defense, or anything like that, again, because of his passive Endure. So just take that into note, that make sure you get, when you're doing your runes, you want to make sure that he doesn't need those stats. So as you can see, again, my rune, this one's actually a really good one. It has accuracy and speed, which is really necessary. And if you look at that speed, that's a plus 12 speed. That's great. But it is also plus 12 defense. So again, not so great, but again, that speed is quite necessary in order to do anything. And that's Thermos. But substat wise, you want to mainly focus on speed, crit damage, and crit rate. Accuracy is a bonus. So that's my recommendation for Thermos. I hope you guys enjoyed. And this is Amon Rune signing